Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today we're going to be discussing a controversial topic, and I've discussed this before on my channel, but today we're going to be kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to say a deeper look into it, but we're going to be a little bit more comical look into it. I'm going to be talking about the people who are against batoning knives.
Get in there nice and deep.
These people baffle me. I don't understand it. They think that in every situation they're going to have a knife, let's say a fixed blade, a folding knife, a machete, a boomerang, a saw, an axe, a hatchet, a double bit axe. I mean, they're just gonna have everything. They are prepared, and I guarantee not a single one of you walk around like that every day. And the difference between camping and survival is not the same. Now, I know in a perfect situation you would have your axe and your chainsaw and all this other BS with you, but in reality you would be lucky in a survival situation to have one thing, and that is a good fixed blade knife. Now, the reason that batoning is a good test of a knife is because you want to know that this thing is going to be able to withstand a survival situation. And survival situations, they never happen when you want them to happen. They never happen when you're planning for them to happen. And you are lucky to have what you have in that situation. All these keyboard warriors on here will tell you that they're going to have an axe and a saw and this and that and blah. That is not reality. That is not how life happens. I've never once in my entire 40 years of being on this earth have I seen somebody walking around town with an axe, a hatchet, a chainsaw, a double bit axe, and all this other BS on them like you're prepared like that 24/7. That's freaking ridiculous. I highly doubt 99% of the time most people even have a good solid fixed blade on them. Now, in this knife community, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that actually do carry a good solid fixed blade knife with them. And that's because we're in a bubble here. We're in a knife community bubble. So we all pretty much think the same when it comes to knife uses for the most part, except for these keyboard warriors that drive me freaking nuts. So every time I do a hard use video, I'm batoning a knife. I think that's a good test of a knife's quality and strength. If you can baton a knife and it survive a really naughty, shitty log, you could be damn sure you're probably going to be able to bet your life on that knife. Now, if you are scared to frickin' baton your knife because you're worried about breaking it or something, now, do you really want to bet your life on that knife? I wouldn't. I like to know that the knives that I trust are trustworthy because they are proven, not because some keyboard warrior wants to sit there and think, oh, I have my axe for cutting, you don't need to baton's stupid, just use your axe, because everybody walks around with a freaking axe on them at all times. It's just stupid. I have a few comments for the people who think batoning is stupid. Here you go. You still walk to school uphill both ways in the snow. Your TV still has a knob to change the channels. You probably still read the newspaper. You still saddle up your horse to go to town. The thought of steam-powered engines still turn you on. You think the 1911 was the best gun invented ever. You probably think you don't need to aim a shotgun. You probably still have a rotary phone and love it. You probably often wonder if the wheel was better off square. Change scares you. And worst of all, you think buck knives were the best knives ever made. Yeah, so there you go. That's comedy, people. I thought it was funny. Don't get butthurt. We're all friends here in the knife community, but I do think, honestly, batoning is a valid test of a knife. These people who seem to think that batoning is not a valid use of a knife, these are the people who, like I've stated already, say you should have an axe and a saw and a this and a that and a this and a that. Okay, if you have all that shit on you, you're not in a survival situation. You are camping, okay? Now, most survival situations, let's just say your car breaks down in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I know I'm gonna have some jackwagon in the freaking comments gonna be like, in my car I have an axe, a shovel, square point, round point. I mean, they're just armed to the gills with everything. Most people aren't like that. And most people, like I said, would be lucky just to have a solid fixed blade. We here on YouTube try to demonstrate, well, some of us do, that some knives are capable. And not all knives are capable. And I sure as hell don't want to tell somebody to buy something or have them or give it good praise or recommend a knife on my channel that I wouldn't bet my life on. Most knives that I've shown here, for the most part, especially with the hard use tests and stuff like that, the ones that have passed, I'll bet my life on those. I would recommend them as a good solid knife. You know, even like this Gerber right here. It's not the freaking most expensive knife, but it's a good ass solid knife. And there'll be some jackwagon in the comments saying so and so broke one. Yeah, you know what? Everything's breakable. But just because something, you know, there's people in this in this community, I swear to God, you can give them a rubber mallet and a ball bearing and they'll break the ball bearing somehow. People just have a way of breaking shit. But just because it can be broke doesn't mean it will break. The way I see it, if a knife can't be used for batoning, why even carry it, to be honest with you? Now, whether you'll ever have to baton with it in your life, that's a whole nother story. I personally enjoy batoning. Is it the most efficient way? Probably not, but it's fun. People seem to enjoy it. Just look on YouTube. A lot of people baton. It's a thing. Now, whether you like it or not,
get in there now.
that's up to you. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching.